I'm talking about an easy way to reduce your stress and improve your mood today. Hi, my name's Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. If you remember, actually, I think it's probably about 12 months ago now, I talked about forest bathing. I'll leave a link here if you didn't see that video and if you want to know what forest bathing is all about. But since then, there's been an awful lot of research done. In fact, there's been an explosion of research done on just how beneficial being in nature is to us. And so I wanted to talk about it. Now, the most famous, and I guess one of the first studies that was done along these lines, showed categorically that those patients in hospital whose beds were beside a window with a view of trees recovered far more quickly than those who were in a bed without a window and without a view. And as I say, since then, there's been lots of new research done on this subject, resulting in quite recently, actually I left an article on the Facebook group. If you don't know, we do have a Facebook group, the Happy Stuff and Fluff Members Club, but I'll leave a link to this article down below so that you can read it. And it's about how doctors in Scotland, in the UK, can now prescribe nature to their patients. Sound a bit weird? Well, according to them, just some of the physical benefits of being in nature include reducing blood pressure, improving pain control, helping to build the immune system. So when you listen to that, it starts to make a bit more sense, doesn't it? So these are now studies that have been done, and this has been proven. Now, other studies have shown positive effects such as improved cognitive performance, so clearer mind, sharper thinking. Now, how can you use that one? Well, for example, if you are at work and you have a meeting in the afternoon or a presentation to do in the afternoon, and you need to be thinking clearly and be focused, then go outside for 20 minutes and spend 20 minutes in nature, in green space with trees, and then come back with a clearer mind and more focused before you have to do a presentation or take a meeting. It's been proven to work, so put that one to the test. Quite easy to do. Also, it's said to alleviate depressive symptoms, reduce anxiety, reduces stress, and for us, of course, it improves mood and increases happiness. We need to start doing it more often. Now, if you think about this from an evolutionary point of view, our ancestors lived in nature all the time. They were outside all the time, and nature nurtured them. They killed their food, they ate their food, they did everything outside. At the end of the day, we actually are nature, and we are deeply connected to nature on a subconscious level, perhaps for lots of us, but we do have an inherent connection to nature and all living things. Now, there's actually a name for this, which is biophilia, a term coined in the 1980s, I believe, but it's referring to this inherent connection that we have to nature. And yet, since 2008, for the first time, over half of the world's population now lives in cities, me included. As you know, for the last 12 months, I've moved from the countryside into the city, and many of us, probably me included, are suffering from nature deficit disorder. I know, another label. I like to label things, but it does actually say what it means, doesn't it? Nature deficit disorder. And I believe the chap who coined that was originally talking about children, but it affects us all. He's Richard Louv, and he wrote a book called The Nature Principle, and he suggests that we all take vitamin N rather quickly. Of course, that's not a vitamin. That means we need to get out into nature. So basically what he's saying is get out more. But not just get out more, get into green spaces, get where there are trees, experience nature. Now, that's not easy for a lot of us. I know for me, for example, I work from home. I can get up in the mornings and sit down at my computer and not even look up until my tummy starts to rumbling, telling me that I'm hungry, which can be around 2 or 3 o'clock. Then I might go back to work. And then if I'm not going out in the evening, that means I've been inside all day. Now then, apparently, most of us spend 80% of our time indoors. 80% of our time indoors. So it isn't good, but you can see how it's happening, can't you? And so we have to get out more. Now, as I say, if you can't do that, because they recommend kind of 30 minutes every day out in nature, if you can't do that, I'm prescribing something for you, which is delicious and gorgeous. And I'm going to leave a link to it below, because another amazing study has shown that even looking at pictures of nature and beauty and flowers and those kind of images and hearing sounds of nature will give you similar benefits to actually being in nature. Now, of course, it isn't as good as, and the aim here is to get you to go outside more. But as I say, if you can't do that, then this is a way of getting some of those benefits. It's something that I use to help me, and I want to share it with you. So it's a YouTube video, and there are lots of these on YouTube, but this is my favourite. And it's simply a video of but moving shots, filmed in nature. So this is what I want you to do. I want you, at least between now and the next time we meet, to have watched at least 20 minutes of this video. Tell me how you feel, well, note how you feel afterwards, and tell me about it. Now, if you can't get outside, then I want you to do it more than 20 minutes. Do it every day if you can. But obviously, if you can get outside, I would prefer you to do that. And if you do, according to art, another term is attention restoration theory, you will be giving your mind a rest and easing your body and soul. What more can we want? And that's what the great outdoors is going to give you. Okay, so please get out more if you can. Watch this video, whether or not you're getting out in nature, it's still beautiful to look at. And let me know what you think in the comments box. And I'll see you next time. And until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we are getting happy.